What's your name and how long have you been doing this?
My name is Bobby Brooks. I'm a fifth-year apprentice. I've been in the program right at 4 years, and I'm looking to turn out in May.
So, what brought you to us?
Well, actually, I went to college, junior college, for studying electrical trade, and I graduated with a certificate in electrical wiring. And I hit the job market looking for jobs, and every job I went to was like, we can't hire you because you ain't got no experience. And so I found a problem just trying to find a job. So I ran into a guy that he was a good electrician, but he wasn't really into the book thing. So he gave me a card to the school, told me to call him. He said, like, you've been in school, this might be for you. So I called them. They told me to come down, sign an application. I showed them, presented the education that I had previously. They told me I could test in and see where I test at. And that's what I did. I tested into the second year, and I've been in it ever since.
What's your favorite thing about the school?
My favorite thing about the school is that they put you to work while you learn. You learn the actual on-hands application, but also you learn the book knowledge too. The theoretical part of electrical work. And so that's the best part I like about it, because with the school is basically you learning in the lab, whereas in the program you're learning on the job as well as you're learning the book knowledge as well.
What's your favorite thing about the pay and benefits? Because
the pay was actually higher than anything that I was quoted when I went to job interviews. It was actually higher. They was quoting me maybe I think $10. Some jobs said $9. And when I started in the program, like I said, I started second year. I started off at, I believe it was $11.99, but the starting pay was like $10.90. That was for a pre-apprentice or a first year. So that was beating out any other pay scale that was out there, starting off fresh, just getting into the electrical field.
Right. How do you feel about your benefits being paid for you?
Now that's beautiful. Yeah, I love that, because most jobs you go to a non-union job. You got to pay for your own benefits. You got to provide your own insurance. You have to basically come out of pocket. And so most guys are on the job with no insurance, with no pension plan and anything. They just kind of like working check to check and just surviving like that. Whereas this is kind of they're thinking about your future. Even if you're not thinking about it, they've already have something set in place. Because when I came into it, I wasn't very knowledgeable about pensions and insurance. I never had insurance until I got into the union, a day in my life. I grew up without insurance, and one of those families, like, you break your leg, you had to bandage it up, and you got to walk it out, we tough it out. But so this is my first time me having insurance, being in the union, and so that was a beautiful thing, because I never used it. But once my wife, I got married, my wife found use for it, and my daughter's finding use for it, my son's found use for it. So,
what's your favorite thing about the jobs?
My best thing about the jobs is you're there with a lot of people that you know, and it's kind of you're learning a lot as you go to these different jobs, and familiarize you with the different aspects of electrical work. It's kind of like they're showing you how to be an electrician while you're on the job training. So the best thing I like about it is the fact that the pay is good, for one, and it's kind of an environment where you can go at your own pace but still produce quality work. They're into quality and not just throwing something up, getting quantity. That's a part of it. You want to work efficiently, but also they expect quality, because you're in the program, you're in the union, and so different jobs expect different things. But I've seen with the union that the customer usually wants quality work, and that's I'm myself, I like to perfect my work. Sometimes I try to perfect it too much, but that's what the customer expects, and so it kind of helps you be more of a craftsman and kind of show what you can do, as opposed to just throwing some work together and just moving on to the next job.
How has this program changed your life?
it's changed my life tremendously because you know, I come from a kind of a rough background and been through some things, and so when I got into the program, I was starting off with nothing, you know, and so right now, just about a month ago, I just closed on my first house, and I'm married now. I've been married going on 3 years. I got a daughter. Got several cars, vehicles paid for. I got money saved up in my savings account. I got insurance, and I'm able to help my mother out, help my siblings out, and different people, my brothers that need it, you know. So it's changed my life, whereas I'm able to do more for people as well as do more for myself. If it wasn't for the union, you know, ain't no telling where I'd be working at, because a lot of these jobs, when the economy took a crash, a lot of folks was unemployed. You know, they lost their houses, their cars, their wives, their children, you know, based on financial need, you know, economic need. I mean, it crushed a lot of families, you know, and so, you know, I appreciate it because, you know, ain't no telling what I'd be doing and where I'd be at if it wasn't for the union. And so, I mean, I try to encourage a lot of guys that's looking for a job to, you know, strive to get into the union, because, you know, they're going to take care of you.
How do you feel about the camaraderie between workers on jobs?
I like it because it's you know, most jobs you go to, you know, it's kind of a divide and conquer type of thing, whereas, you know, everything is secretive. Nobody wants to show you their paycheck because this guy is doing the same thing you're doing but making $5 more than what you're making. You may be a better worker than he is, but, you know, he's buddy with the boss, you know. But on the job, the camaraderie, I mean, everybody knows what everybody's making. There ain't no secrets, you know. Everybody compare checks just to see, you know, only thing that's different is how you claim it on your taxes, you know. But brothers are willing to help you. You know, if you ever fall into a financial situation, you find, you know, you get sick, you break your leg, whatever, you know, guys will come together and actually help you out. And you're not going to find that nowhere, on no job, where people are going to take up a pool of money because, you know, you need it. I mean, it's just, you know, they'll give you a call and tell you, brother, you know, hope you make it through this. But, you know, with the camaraderie and the union is, you know, brothers actually care. You know, they actually dig into their pockets and they help out, you know. And so I'm just blessed to have never have needed that money, whereas I was on that side of the thing. But every time somebody needs it, I try my best to contribute, because, you know, you never know when you're going to need it. And also, you got guys that's wanting to help you learn this trade. You know, they really put forth an effort to see if you're struggling somewhere in the area, that they'll actually help you. They want to see you learn the trade. And so it's just, the brotherhood is a good thing, because you're not going to find that on too many other jobs, whereas the people actually care about your well-being past the job site, you know. Because even if you're not working, you still got people caring about you, because sometimes out of sight, out of mind. You know, we ain't seen them, but, you know, guys in the union, you know, if they ain't seen you, they kind of know what's going on. If your wife's having trouble, if somebody in your family just died, you know, all the way down to if you just had a child and you're out of work, you know, it's they kind of watch over you, make sure you're all right, make sure your family's all right. And so, you know, like I said, you ain't gonna find that nowhere, on no job.
Absolutely perfect. Thank you.